Yo, so I'm like ready to just ramble, ramble, spit vomit. No, wait. I mean word vomit. Yeah, that's it. Word vomit all over this video. I guess it's gonna be in a video, right? But basically, I wanted to talk about people's ideals of other people and how it's pretty unhealthy because you're just kind of putting people into this box or on a pedestal, and people don't always work that way. Sometimes they seem like they fit in a box, but then you you look away from the body for a while, and then you look back and they're like doing something else that you never saw them do before, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, who are you? What have you done to this person that I made an ideal of without anybody's permission or anything? Except sometimes, like, I'm not unguilty. Well, I'm guilty of this also because I've also done it. Um, hmm. But it's something everybody does. Like, with movie people, they're called actors, right? With movie people, they play as a character in a movie, and then you sort of see them in real life. And by real life, I mean like magazines or commercials or other shows where they're like, oh, here we have this character from this movie. And then they start talking, and a lot of people are like, that person wouldn't say that. And by that person, I mean that character wouldn't say that. But the thing is, they're not that character. They were that character in that movie because the director's like, cut, you have to act like this, and so and such and such, and the actor can say, okay, let me add this bit for this character, and then they do that, and then they edit it and chop it up to little pieces, and they stitch it back together until they're happy with their patchwork. But like, movies are just one example. There's also people who idolize people in music. Like, they see that this person can be very cute or very like angsty or pretty much whatever their gimmick is, and that's fun because sometimes people act like 80% of this way anyway, so it's easier for them to be like that, happy and peppy or angsty and cold and dark. I don't know. They're not always like this because we're people and we change all the time, and we can't always be how we are all the time. Sometimes we have really, really happy days for those angsty people out there. And we just kind of enjoy life and don't care about what all our insecurities are. Or sometimes for those really happy, peppy people, they get really stressed out and they don't know what to do, and they just kind of maybe just want to lay in bed um, and pet their dogs or cats or birds or fish, which would be weird, but I guess some people can pet their fish. Um, and that's okay. And this is usually a, a bigger problem though, because we idolize our own our own family or our friends or whoever we're romantically involved with. And that hurts everybody in that relationship. It's like I said, I've done this too with all of those above. Like, um, for example, I have several sisters and several brothers. One of my sisters is really good at buying my other little brother's stuff that they need that I don't buy, taking them out and stuff. But sometimes she's really bad at cleaning up her mess or taking care of her pet. And so that's just like, oh, why are you bad at this? But then you start focusing on the bad stuff and you stop looking at the good stuff, and that could leave you and them being strangled until you decide to talk about it, which is just so hard. But I did, so I'm cool with my sister. Or our best friends, like, we expect them to be uh, whoever they are as long as we known them in, like, from our childhood. But then several years pass and maybe you don't keep in touch with them, but you see them again and suddenly they're not how they used to be, or they're like more stressed than they used to be, which is understandable. Adulthood comes with uh stress. So look forward to that, kids. But it's pretty important to figure out when you're idolizing people, and as long as you're not expecting them to be like that all the time, you can get a pretty good read on other people and pretty much what to expect from them 80% of the time ish. It depends how stable that person is too. But when they don't act like how they are all the time, it's okay to like just step back and let them be who they are, because maybe that's what they're feeling at the time. And same goes for yourself. If you idolize yourself to be a certain way and that you're not that, that's okay too. Just be whoever you are. Okay, bye.